Yo, hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien. ¿Y tú? What's going on? Welcome, Television Gamer, Casey, to the chat. You get the pinned comment. You're number one. I don't know how long I'm going to stream. I have to go to bed at some point, but, tomorrow is Friday, and I'll have a 3-day weekend after this, so I really don't care how much sleep I get necessarily. So we'll just hang out for a bit and chit chat. This is a game called Dio. It's an arcade shoot 'em up. I didn't realize it was available for purchase on the Switch. I saw it today. So I have it here on my Switch. That's what we're playing it on right now. You could play this on MAME and all kinds of things too, but this is a classic shoot 'em up that I have a special relationship with because I shared this game with a friend of mine who passed away back in my hometown. They had this game at Walmart in the lobby, and we used to play it several times. We played it. We were really kind of fascinated with this game back in the day. And as far as I know, this game has not been officially ported to any console. It might be on a collection somewhere, but I don't know. I've never seen it available for purchase, like on any old school retro console. But it is now released and available, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good shoot 'em up. It's not spectacular, but it's pretty damn good. I like it. So I'm just gonna have it run while we kind of chit chat. What's up, Cyrus, Television Gamer? I failed to beat Battlestar Galactica Space Battle earlier today, and it's bugging me. Well, I'm sorry. Damn. This is the life we've chosen. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have Battlestar Galactica Space Battle. Last Line also joining us up. I was just watching videos and such on Red Note. Red Note. It has been very, very interesting. What's Red Note? I don't even know what Red Note is. Last Line. Hello. In Mandarin Chinese. What? Okay. I don't know. Bien. ¿Y tú? I'm sorry to hear about your friend. It was a long time ago. He was one of my best friends growing up, and 2009 he passed away. So it's been a while. Actually, it was going to his funeral was the last time I went back to my hometown. I have not been back since. There's nothing left. You know, sometimes there's nothing left, and you have to move on. But this game, I was glad to see it on there because, like I said, it's kind of special to me. Chris Courage. Yeah, it's crazy how many shooters were left in the arcades from the 16-bit era, dude. Yeah, there's so many good ones that I keep discovering some, new ones and beat 'em ups too that I never even heard of from back in that day. It's pretty crazy. How you doing, Chris? Guys, if you don't know who Chris Courage is, I'm going to give... every time I see Chris, I have to give him a free shill promotion. Chris is the guy who's done so much work for me as a friend. Repaired consoles, modified consoles, added, RGB... Or not RGB, I don't think I had him do it. But I had him do S-Video and composite mods. He repaired my TurboGrafx CD. He fixed my... He's done all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Great guy, good friend, and very proficient at repairing and modifying retro video games. So if you have a old school console and you're having an issue or you want to have something done, talk to Chris. Ask him. See what he says. He might be able to work with you. Casey says, I love shooters. Of course you do. Of course you do. Last line, Red Note is basically Chinese TikTok and Instagram combo. Wow. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. That's interesting. I'm not doing all that. Egnowski. Welcome back, Egnowski. I saw you here. Maybe it was last time. I can't remember. Welcome. Last line. You would think Chris Courage would be a millionaire by now as hard as Cyrus shills for him. Well, if he does, I'm taking credit. If that ever happens, I'm taking credit for that. Chris, do you mod in television flashbacks? Ooh, what kind of mod would you do on an Intellivision flashback? Like, you mean like, are you talking about like one of those like super duper mods where they convert an Intellivision flashback into like a Raspberry Pi type situation or something? I don't know if, I mean, you could ask him. You can ask him. Absolutely. What I want to talk about is a little bit, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I know everybody's talking about this today. But I thought I would I want to gauge you guys' thoughts. Use guys' thoughts. And kind of get your opinions and compare and contrast our different takes on it. As far as regarding the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2, the new commercial or promo or reveal or whatever trailer thing that came out where they briefly kind of show you a little bit about the Nintendo Switch 2, what it looks like. There's like a tiny little moment of what might be game footage, but is probably just not, it's probably not even real footage of a Mario Kart game of some kind. But other than that, it's kind of just like CGI renders and stuff like that of what the actual console and the new Joy-Cons and stuff look like. I just want to kind of get y'all's thoughts about this, and I kind of want to share my thoughts about this a little bit. So, you know, the Nintendo Switch is a console I think all of us enjoy. I mean, that's what you're looking at right now. This is an old school retro game on the Switch running. It's such a good system. Everybody loves it, right? When it came out at a time when Nintendo had really kind of shit the bed, right? The Wii U didn't do well. People were confused by it, and rightly so. It was a strange system. I love the Wii U. I have a pretty nice Wii U collection. I think it's a really cool console. But I know that at the time, it was very disappointing for a lot of people, and it was confusing, and it just didn't do well. So when the Switch was coming out, Nintendo had a lot riding on that. They were, you know, there was a lot of concern about whether or not Nintendo had, you know, made a big mistake, and maybe their best days were behind them, and this sort of thing. So when the Switch came out and everybody had a really positive reaction, it was kind of like this revolutionary thing. Like Nintendo had done something really, really innovative. They turned things around. They took all those awesome games on the Wii U that nobody even played and beefed them up a little bit and put them all out on the Switch. And everybody was super excited. There was like a built-in library ready to go pretty much. They just had to do a couple of changes. And they had this new concept out there, the portable, the home console, all in one. It was like a whole thing, right? The Joy-Cons. It was very revolutionary. And everybody's been, for the most part, I think, pretty happy with the Switch, right? Now, it's not the most powerful, but it can do some good stuff. And surprisingly good ports of games that you wouldn't even think would run on it. Whether you're into retro, like me, mainly, or more modern stuff, Switch has been a pretty damn good system. It's been very successful. I have the Switch OLED, and I really like it very much, even though I don't really use it in handheld very much. Okay, but this new reveal comes out, and everybody's been chomping at the bit ever since the Switch ever came out. What was the next thing going to be? What was Nintendo going to do next? What was the next system going to look like? How is it going to work? Was it going to be a totally different kind of beast? Or was it going to be just a beefed up, upgraded kind of new Switch? And that's really what we got, right? We've got a Switch, what I've seen people refer to as a Switch Pro, which is kind of what I had also said at one point. But seeing it in actual, like, an official way, seeing Nintendo actually come out and show this thing has been pretty interesting because now we know. So the speculation can stop because now we know what it is and we know what it's going to be, but we also know what it's not going to be, right? So a lot of people had a lot of ideas and a lot of hopes and aspirations and dreams about what they thought the next Nintendo thing should be in their mind, like what it should be. And so you've got, I think, a lot of people who are kind of satisfied. Okay, a better Switch. Awesome. And then you've got a lot of people coming out very skeptical and very disappointed because I don't know what they expected, and I don't even know if they know what they expected. But I think they were hoping for something revolutionary, like the Switch was, right? And that's really not what this new Switch 2 is, at least as far as we can tell, right? It's better, but it's not revolutionary. So, how happy are people going to be? How happy are people going to be with this? Because this is called the Switch 2. It's not called the Switch Pro. It's not called the new Switch XL or whatever. Because Nintendo has a history of doing that, right? How many different consoles have they brought out and then done a slightly better version or a variant or something like that? And then that sort of like kept that thing going for a little bit longer before they did their next big thing, right? But it's a kind of confusing situation here because the Switch 2 is their next gen system, but it's really an upgraded version of the Switch. So it's like the new 3DS XL, but it's not. It's a new. It's like if the new 3DS if they had instead called that console that, they called it the 4DS. Or the 3DS2 or something like that. How would you have felt about it then? You know what I mean? It's kind of that same situation. All right, before I say anything else, let me check the chat, see what you guys are saying. Because I know you guys have been talking. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ignore you. Just trying to get my thoughts out there and sort of bring up this, the subject here. Let's see. Talking about the making an ultimate flashback. Talking about the Intellivision flashback thing. Okay. Last line says they could have called it Switch 2. TOO. Very cheeky. Very cheeky. Yes, they could have. Eating paste. It's perfect. All I wanted with a bigger, faster Switch to play my Switch 1 games. See? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's a very reasonable take, right? I kind of feel the same way. I was really just wanting a better Switch, something that's going to do 4K and run my existing library and maybe run it better. And then also have like newer games that can do more and maybe some extra bells and whistles. So I'm very happy with that. But I can understand why there's this skepticism about how well this is going to do because people, the introduction of this thing is also something that people are concerned about. Like how, Nintendo didn't do a very good job of of introducing this thing. Normally, it's kind of like the Wii U. They didn't do a good job of introducing that either, and we saw how that went. So I guess that's why people are kind of looking at it through that lens, going, "Is this going to be a problem? Is this going to limit the success of the Switch 2?" I mean, we need to probably calm down a little bit. I mean, this thing just barely got announced, and they're having this big event in what is it, April? And I guess that's when the real marketing begins. But yeah, there's just a lot of concern right now. So it's interesting to hear what everybody's saying. Let's see here. It's exactly what I wanted. Yawn Fest? Oh my gosh. Am I boring you to death, Agnosky? My bad. Sorry. Sheesh. Everyone's a critic. Television April 2nd for Nintendo Direct. I'll be buying one. I'm not sure if I'm going to get one right away. We'll see how this goes. I'm not really sure yet. Last line, it's Nintendo. There's going to be more to it than just a more powerful console. Well, we haven't seen much. It'll be interesting to see what else they reveal to us. Eating Pace, the Switch 1 is a poor excuse for a console with arguably the best library of any gaming system ever. The Switch 2 fixes the weak hardware problem and keeps the library. That's a good point. Last line, we do get a glimpse of that extra button on the Joy-Con, so that is going to do something. And also a brief glimpse of the mouse feature. I don't really understand this whole mouse thing that people keep talking about. I've seen speculation. People talk about like, oh, does this mean it's gonna do like mouse and keyboard stuff or high refresh rate, low latency gaming like PC type stuff? I don't know. That's weird. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Apocalyptic Minister, what's up? Hit the like when I came in. What's up, Cyrus? What's up, Apocalyptic Minister? The preacher of the end times. What's up? Eating Paste, it's totally just a Switch Pro. It is. It absolutely is. I kind of wish they would have called it the Switch Pro or something like that. But okay, it's Switch 2. That's where we're at. So yeah. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Last line, I think it's entirely possible we could see a second screen thing with it. The system, I can see, will be able to wirelessly connect to the dock while hooked up to the TV. Is that something that they've confirmed? That it's going to have some kind of wireless connectivity? Because I haven't seen that. Maybe I missed that somewhere. Mike Wolf. What up, Side Dog? What up, Mike Wolf? Woof, woof. Last line, allow for 2-player split screen with 1 player on Switch and 1 on the TV or 5. Oh, kind of like what the Wii U did, right? That's interesting. Mike says there was fog problems. What? There was fog problems, someone was saying. Fog problems? I don't know what you mean by that. Chris says they should have called it the Switch U or the Super Switch. The Switch U. I don't think that would have been a good idea, Chris. I think that probably wouldn't have been the way to go. Switch 2. Or Switcheroo. The Switchy Swatch. The Switchy Swatch. The bait and switch. No, not the bait and switch. That probably wouldn't have been good. They're using if it's not broke, don't fix it strategy. Yeah, pretty much. That's right. That's right. Last line, I see why they just call it Switch 2, though. The dumb consumers that thought the Wii U was some upgrade tablet thing aren't gonna dumb them into obscurity. I don't think that the consumers were necessarily dumb for not understanding what the Wii U was. The marketing on that was terrible. You know, the Wii U was out, and I didn't even know it had come out. Like, I had heard about it. I had seen a few things about it, and it was out for a long time before I even realized it had ever come out. So, Nintendo screwed that up. I mean, they big time screwed that up. The Wii U is actually really good, but the marketing ruined it. 100%. And that's Nintendo's fault. That's not the consumer's fault. Apocalyptic Minister, I haven't heard much about it. Well, so this is what I'm saying. There is an issue here with... I mean, they haven't done their big show yet, but they did do their reveal, and they didn't do it... It just wasn't done very well. It could have been handled a lot better. So, I guess we have to wait for the real marketing to start to see how this is really going to play out. But so far, it's been kind of not handled well. Any pace, Microsoft patented naming consoles, stupid names. So Nintendo had to just slap a 2 on it instead of maybe getting sued. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is a game called Dio. It's a shoot 'em up. It's on my Switch. It's an old school arcade game. I was talking about it earlier. I got kind of a special affection for this game. It's something that me and a good friend of mine played together quite a bit. It's a really cool shoot 'em up. We're just kind of letting it run while I'm talking, while we're all hanging out and chit-chatting about this. Agnostic Yawnfest equals Nintendo 2. Silly. Okay, fine. I misunderstood. That's a good point. It is kind of a yawn fest. You know, the name. What is that? Nintendo Switch 2. Not Nintendo 2, but Switch 2. Nintendo 2. That would be interesting if they called it Nintendo 2. Last line. Funny enough, I only bought 3 systems at launch. All Nintendo systems. NES Mini Switch and Switch OLED. Wow. Casey says, hit that like button, please, guys. Wait a minute. That could be interpreted two different ways. Hit that like button, please, guys. Whoa. I don't... Never mind. Kevin B. Hall. What the? Late night stream? Hi, peeps. We're just on for a little bit. I'm not going to be on too long. Just for a little bit. We're just chit-chatting. Kevin! Yeah. Oh, what's up, Silverwings? Yeah, talking just a little bit. Just wanted to get everybody's thoughts about this Switch 2 thing. You know, I've seen a lot of YouTubers talking about it. A lot of my friends that are on YouTube are talking about it. Picky Old Gamer talked about it quite a bit. If you guys don't know, Picky Old Gamer is back on YouTube again. I would really personally appreciate it if you checked out his YouTube channel, Picky Old Gamer. He's a good friend of mine. We did Game Rambling together, the show, for a long time. We might do it again at some point, but he's back, so yeah, he has some thoughts about it as well. But I just wanted to see what everybody was thinking about it. Let's see. Apocalyptic says, I may pick one up. Is it backwards compatible? Apparently, yes. Apparently, it'll play digital and physical Switch games. They did a little... There's a... In that video, in that little intro video where they show it off, they do show that it plays the cartridges and it'll play digital. They said that there's possibly a couple of games here or there that might not work, but that's, you know, I mean, it's backwards compatibility. There's any system that has backwards compatibility has a couple of games that have issues. So I think that's kind of what they're saying. Some people were like speculating, what does that mean? Is there like, are they going to force some games to not work and you have to buy them again and you have to buy the Switch 2 version and blah, blah, blah? I don't think that's what that means. I think it just means like there's some games that, because of the nature of backwards compatibility, might not work 100%. But I think it'll be pretty close. I think it'll be very, very high compatibility. Silverwing says, Switch Pro? They don't want to make the same mistake like with the Wii U. Everyone thinking it isn't a new system. Yeah, that's true. That's why they're doing that. You're right. Eating Pace Switcheroo would be a hilarious name. It would be. I would like that. It would be funny. I wouldn't really like that, but it would be funny. I was hoping for Super Switch. Yeah. Chris says, I used to think the Wii U was just a regular Wii that could do HDMI for years. Then again, I didn't pay much attention to modern gaming during that time period. Yeah, it just wasn't handled well. The marketing was terrible. I remember I went to Target when the Wii U was out. I had no idea the Wii U was out. I was at Target looking at like PlayStation games or something, or Xbox games. I can't remember, whatever I was doing at the time. And I saw the Wii U sitting there and I was like, what the hell? I was like, when did this come out? And you're right, I wasn't 100% sure what it even was. But I didn't even realize it was out, and it had been out for a while. So, yeah, that was terrible marketing. Absolutely. What a great system, too. Wii U is badass. It's just, yeah. The public don't know about no Wii U. And what the public think about the Wii U now is not what the public thought about the Wii U back then. Yeah. Last line, yeah, I'm going to call it the Switcheroo. We can do that. We can call it the Switcheroo from now on. We just start a trend. We go get this domain, switcheroo.com. Start our own thing. And then we'll get a cease and desist from Nintendo. That'll be fun. We'll all get sued. Wouldn't that be great? Everybody wants to be sued by Nintendo. Last night, Picky Old Gamers still rumbling in the jungle. No, we're all off of Rumble. We're not doing Rumble anymore. It didn't work out over there. Rumble has some strange things going on. I liked the community aspect, you know. It seemed like the community was very cool, and I enjoyed, you know, all that. And I still have my Rumble account, so I can go hang out in people's streams if I want to. But I don't do anything on Rumble, and Pickle Gamer's off of there too now, because it's just, you know, it's just kind of a weird situation over there. I wasn't comfortable with it, you know, personally. So I left. Chris says, what's the name of this shooter you have in the background again? I forgot already. It keeps telling you over and over. What do you mean you forgot already? Every 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever, it throws up the name of the game. Hang on, it'll pop up in just a second. It's called Dio. Dio. It screams Dio at you. Diarrhea. No, not that. Dio. It's a good game. Mike says, looks like a solid shmup. It's pretty good. You getting the Donkey Kong game, Cyrus? You know, I got to tell you, I'm not a huge modern Donkey Kong game guy. I have Tropical Freeze, what's the one that's on the Wii U? I have that one, and I haven't even really played it. I haven't gotten any of the new ones on the Switch. What's the one that came out? Is the one that came out like a re-release of something else, or is it a new one? Like, I'm not a big, I'm just not that big into the modern Donkey Kong stuff. But I'll take a look at it. Apocalypse says, yeah, it looks great. Dio, yes. Chris says, I'm on my phone and the screen is small. There it is right there. See the title? There it is. Dio. Fair enough, Chris. I'm sorry. Play some Dio before we Dio. You want me to play the game? Sheesh. Fine. All right. All right. Wrong button. Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I haven't played this in so long. I actually bought it today. And I haven't even played it. I put it on for this. This is the first time I'm playing this since I played it in the arcade back in the day. Or not the arcade. Well, the arcade version is what I'm trying to say. Damn it. All right. Wow, really? Come on. Oh, come on, man. Trying to get these power-ups. Oh, boy. God dang it. Sheesh. I may have to cheat on this. Wow. You didn't think it'd be that hard to get past that opening section, but I guess. Yeah. Oh. Damn it! Oh my god. Whew. That was stressful. Oh my. Yeah, the lightning gun's pretty good, yeah. Hey, what's up, Max? What up, dude? I gotta check the chat. Freaking love this game. I just haven't played it in so many years. I don't remember much about like the individual like stuff that happens, strategies and stuff. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was close. Look at that big ass dude. He's busting loose. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah, you gotta concentrate on this. Oh my god. Come on. All right, hang on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see. Re-release the Wii and 3DS. What did I miss there? Can be haul. Wow. What I don't like is the way running works. Hold B to run. Okay, I guess I'm missing something there. Oh, you talking about Donkey Kong? Got the new Donkey Kong. Played it today. That lightning gun seems a lot better than that pea shooter crap. Yes. Max says, hello, trying to find topics to make a video about. Any ideas? I mean, you've been talking about the same thing everybody else is talking about, which is this Switch 2 thing. We were just talking about it and just kind of getting everybody's thoughts about the console and what it is and what it's not, what you're expecting versus what it is and what you think it could be, and this whole thing about the mouse control stuff. And I don't know, it's strange. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. We really don't have much information. We got barely any information. And I don't even think that little piece of Mario Kart video that they showed, I don't even think that's really a game. I think that's just like, look, Mario Kart. Who? You remember you like Mario Kart, right? Here's Mario Kart. I don't even know if that's really from a game. I think that's just like an animation of Mario Kart stuff. I don't think that's necessarily like what a new Mario Kart's even going to look like. A lot of people are making a lot of speculation about that. And I'm like, I think we might be jumping the gun, guys. They didn't actually say that was a game. So I don't know. Let's see. Mike says, How do you like it? Oh, you're talking about the. So it's a re-release tough game. Yeah, it is tough. Oof. Brandy says hello, Cyrus. Oh, what's up, Brandy? Hello, Brandy. Last line. Hey, Max, have you watched The Thing? And did you talk about David Lynch passing yet? Did David Lynch pass away? Are you kidding me? Oh no. I gotta look this up. Please don't tell me that's true. Come on, phone. Oh no. David Lynch. Damn. Hmm. I'm reading about this now. I didn't even hear about this. David Lynch. This is from New York Times. David Lynch, a painter turned avant garde filmmaker whose fame, influence, and distinctively skewed worldview extended far beyond the movie screen to encompass television, records, books, nightclubs, a line of organic coffee, and its foundation for consciousness based education and world peace. It died. He was 78. His family announced the death on social media on Thursday, but provided no details. In 2024, Mr. Lynch announced that he had developed emphysema after years of smoking. Oh, no. Okay. My God, dude. That sucks so bad. I love David Lynch. Like, he's one of my favorite directors. He's so weird and different, brilliant in so many ways. I mean, that sucks so bad. I loved his Dune from '84, but I tell you what, my favorite things that he ever did was Mulholland Drive and Lost Highway. Blue Velvet is also amazing, and then of course his Twin Peaks stuff. Uh, Inland Empire was kind of weird. I didn't really like it that much, but um, Lost Highway and Mulholland Drive are two of my favorite movies. They're just visually so interesting and creepy and weird. Just and then the music choices. He was always big on and bringing in like musicians and putting them in his movies. Um, oh man, that sucks. Elephant Man, 1981. Of course, that's a legendary movie. That movie messed me up when I was a kid. I watched that The Elephant Man. Very disappointed. Eraserhead, obviously. Oh, I'm messed up, man. I didn't know about this. You broke news to me on this, and I was not prepared to hear that David Lynch had passed away. That fucking sucks. Damn. We used to, when I met my ex wife, when we were first dating, there was a group of people that we worked with that this is around the same time that Mulholland Drive came out on DVD, and we passed that DVD around in this group of friends, and everybody watched Mulholland Drive and came up with all these theories about the movie, and it was one of those few experiences where I had like a communal experience talking about a movie, and this was like, you know, Max, it's kind of like what you do. Like, you know, you have your shows where you get a panel together and everybody has their theories and they talk about movies and stuff like that. This is one of the few times I've ever done something like that. and it was done with friends locally. You know, it wasn't done on the internet or anything. But that movie was so interesting and weird, and the history of the movie itself. I don't even have to go into. You guys can look up. It's very interesting how that movie was made and what it was intended to be before it was made into a movie. But the fact that that David Lynch was able to put that together as a movie and put it out and have it be so compelling tells you everything you need to know about what he was capable of, you know? Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I'm not happy about that. I appreciate you telling me about it though, but that sucks. Damn. Great movies except for Dune. His take on that sucked. You know what? Dune had a lot of cool stuff. I think you need to be a little bit more open minded. His version of Dune was a very unique thing. It really was his own thing. He changed a lot of the stuff from the story and everything. And my brother's like a huge Frank Herbert nut. Like he's read all the books and everything, and he loves that movie. He's like, yeah, it's not really like what the books or anything. It's definitely not in the same ballpark as the new Dune movies as far as accuracy to the books or anything. But for its time, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool and did some very interesting things. And there's so many um, cool things that are in that Dune movie. But it's weird. It's weird, definitely. But that's David Lynch. Did you see him in Louis? I don't think so. I didn't really watch Louis last night, but I guess they all have their bad ones. They do. Studio messed with him so bad in Dune. Yeah, that's the way it should be with re-releases. Elephant Man is really good. Yeah, that movie messed me up when I was a kid. You know, Apocalyptic Minister. I think I've been trying to remember to watch the first Dune movie. Keep forgetting. You should watch it. I mean, just go into it with an understanding that it's going to be weird, but it's entertaining. Um, Kevin B. Hall. I always thought it was interesting they had him do Elephant Man like it's a real story, but it also seems surreal. Yeah. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Death sucks big time. It's been a lot of death, man, in the last month or so. I mean, in my personal life, there's been a lot of death, but there's also been a lot from so many people all over the people getting their homes burned to the ground, people dying in all kinds of terrible ways, and of course, icons from the past and movie stars and stuff. We've lost a lot of people. A lot of 2025, the end of 2024 going into 2025 has been pretty bad as far as that goes. It's been pretty brutal. It's crazy. Giacomo says, I've got the new Dune movie, but I keep pausing it and not going back. I've seen the old one like 5 times. The two new ones are really good. I really like the new ones, but they're obviously a different kind of movie than the old movie or the old TV shows that they tried to make. But I really like the new Dunes. I think they're great. What's up, Evil? How you doing, man? Yo. Yes. Well, man, David Lynch, dude. What a great director. What a great director. Have y'all ever watched Lost Highway? Like that is a cool ass movie. Like Bill Pullman, the president from Independence Day is like the main guy in that movie. Um and he's so interesting in that movie. But there's plenty of other characters. There's so many characters in that movie. Patricia Arquette is in that. Um, the opening, there's this music from David Bowie that they use at the beginning and ending of the movie, and it just really sets this tone for this like, you know, mysterious, like dark experience that you're about to go on. Oh, you know who's in that movie? That guy that killed his wife. He's like this character that's supposed to be like the devil or death or something. What is his name? I can't remember. But he was one of the little rascals. When he was a kid, he was like the actor. He was he was the little rascals. Um, Crazy mother effer. And anyway, he's creepy as hell in this movie. Robert Loggia is in this movie too, and he's got one of his best scenes from any movie. There's a scene where Robert Loggia is getting tailgated by this guy, and he wrecks the. I don't want to spoil the scene for you, but it's fucking hilarious. It's awesome. That's a great movie. Yeah. Anyway, rest in peace, David Lynch. Ugh, that sucks so bad. It is what it is. The great ones all pass away. Well, everybody does, but the great ones too. My last line: Evil played the fantastic NES game Rocky and Bullwinkle. I saw him playing it. I saw you playing that, Evil. I don't think I'll be playing that game. was that was that an NES game? It looked like it was some kind of old PC game or something. It was weird looking. That guy from the Little Rascals that murdered his wife. Yeah. What was his name? Robert Blake. Thank you. Good God. What a creep, man. That guy was the story he told about why, like, he tried to explain. It didn't even make any sense. Like, I don't know how he got away with what he got away with, but yeah, these guys, man. Crazy. Last one says Lost Highway has one of my favorite Nine Inch Nails songs made for the movie The Perfect Drug. Yeah, I know that Trent Reznor was never really happy with that video that he made for the movie because they kind of dolled him up like a different way than what they made him look different, and he felt weird about it. I think he's talked about this quite a bit, but it was still a really cool video, and what a great soundtrack. And like I said, David Lynch liked to work with really good musicians, and his soundtracks were always really cool. So, yeah, wow. Uh, Mike Wolf, Robert Loggia, the Family Guy episode. Oh yeah, Drunky Cheese. Last line. I don't know how you played that for so long. It was so bad. Yeah, that was a weird looking game. Evil. That was a weird one. That was weird. It's very strange. I don't have a whole lot of time to play this tonight, but I got 3 days off after today. So I'm gonna do another stream playing this game, and I'm gonna practice a little bit before I do that, so that I'm not just like, because this time of playing it, I haven't played it in, dude. It's probably been 30 years since I played this game. So I'm gonna practice a little bit tomorrow, but I'll probably do another stream with this same game, Dio, because I do want to try to play through the whole game. That would be awesome. I've never played through the whole game. And since it's an arcade game and you can just keep putting quarters in, hopefully I can beat the game, even if I do suck ass. Because I do want to play through it. I'm just gonna reset the game real quick because I'm not gonna play through this right now. It's awesome though. It's a cool shoot 'em up. Wow, what a weird day, man. We get a reveal for the Switch 2, and one of my favorite movie directors of all time passes away. One of the greats. Just an amazing artist. It's so depressing. I mean, not the Switch 2 thing. That's not depressing. But, all your favorite people, your favorite actors and directors and musicians, and they all die. Sorry. Anyway, okay, well, guys, I'm gonna take off. I do have to go to work in the morning, but like I said, I got 3 days off after that, so probably tomorrow night we'll do another stream and hang out a little bit longer. Sorry about that. I can't stay up too late tonight. He gave us Mulholland Drive. Thank you for that, dude. Yeah, what a great movie. What a great movie. I definitely need to rewatch that sometime. Yeah, Mulholland Drive is so fascinating. Like that, I'll just say this. I don't want to spoil any scenes from that movie if you've never seen it. But there's some stuff that's in that movie that's kind of disconnected from the plot. It doesn't have like a direct association with the main plot. It's kind of its own separate stuff. There's reasons for that if you look up the production stuff and why things happen the way they did. But it doesn't, even though it's disconnected, it still works in the movie. And what I'm particularly talking about is this diner scene where there's this guy who's talking to this other guy about this dream that he's had. And I don't want to explain it too much because you have to see it in the movie. But that is one of the scariest scenes I've ever seen in any movie ever. If you know what scene I'm talking about. It is so intensely scary. And I don't know why it's so scary. I can't really put my finger on it. But every time I watch that scene, even if I just watch that one scene on a YouTube video, it still gives me so much anxiety. It's just a really cool movie, you know. And that's, like I said, that's pretty much completely disconnected from the rest of the movie. But that scene is still really fascinating. And the rest of the movie, if you know, like if you pay attention to the plot and what's going on and the character stuff, and you start coming up with these theories about what's happening in this movie, it's fascinating. Yeah, I don't know any movie I've ever seen that really captures the essence of despair the way Mulholland Drive does. It really, it's really good. It's really good. Anyway, it's really good. Still gives me chills in a good way. Yeah, absolutely. Apocalyptic says, salutes, fellas. Go ahead and watch Dune. There you go. Silver Wings. All I remember from Mulholland Drive is Laura. Oh, dude. There's that as well. There's that as well. Yeah. There's reasons to watch it. There's reasons to watch that movie. That was a good part. Indeed. Indeed. Oh my God. Evil. That scene, and I'm trying not to spoil anything in this movie, but the scene when they go to the nightclub and they're singing that song, that is such an interesting scene. It really messes with you. That he tells you exactly what's happening, but you still don't believe it. And I don't know. It's a weird scene. But it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. Haunting. Very haunting. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's a great movie. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out tonight. Just chilling, talking about stuff. We'll do this again probably tomorrow night. You guys have a great evening. Try to get some rest or whatever time zone you're in. Do your thing. But we'll hang out again very soon. And I will go think about and dream about the great movies of David Lynch. What an awesome director. Rest in peace. I'm getting goosebumps, dude. Yes. Okay. You guys be good, and I'll see you later. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.